Howdy, Possum Patty here, and this is my little golden book, Wonders of Nature Journal. Come on along. This is the journaling page for May 16th, when I noticed that the wild azaleas at Soggy Bottom were blooming, so why don't you come out into the woods with me for just a moment. Here I am in the woods at Soggy Bottom, and I came out here to check on the wild azalea. Can I get it in focus here? Let me try. I'm going to get close. There we go. This is the wild azalea that grows on my property. Across the street there's some wild rhododendron. But isn't this beautiful? Hard to keep it in focus. So what I did was take a picture of the wild azalea blossom and one of my garden azalea bushes. This is a dark pink one. And I did a background on the page with this paper pack that is out here because I was using it yesterday. This is Hobby Lobby, the paper studio, Country Road. You know, when the paper goes on sale, was it like half price or 40% off or whatever? And it's very thin, good for collaging. Ooh, look at this pretty pink. Good for collaging down. And because it's out, I'm using it because that's how I am. I'd like to say I'm using it because it's on the desk, but the desk is, or the table is so full of stuff that there's actually a giant pile on the floor right now. And I added this little fun burlap trim that came from the Dollar Tree because, yes, this was sitting over there. And this paper was down on the floor over there. And I did ink around the edges a little bit. So this is the foundation of my page. It was just plain white like this. It was just blank, so that's why I added all this paper to it. I did back up the azalea photos. These are little photos from my Canon Ivy mini printer. And sometimes the colors are a little bit off and I haven't learned how to adjust all the colors yet, but that's okay. We'll go with it. Sometimes I actually try printing them out again, but you know, that's kind of a waste of paper, so sometimes I don't do that. And I did ink around the edges here. And I was going to glue these down and write real tiny there and there and there and there. But then, you know, I'm trying to do things I don't usually do, like, what was I doing yesterday? Oh, putting rickrack and buttons into my nature journal, just to kind of make the page more interesting. Not that the subject matter isn't interesting at all. And in this one I had painted a coloring book page and added that in and added bling there. So today I thought I would add some words, and I do have this. I got this at Hobby Lobby on sale, and these are the sayings, and I thought about putting one of these in there because I don't think that's something I've ever done. I haven't used too many of these, but I'm going to go through here. And I opened it up and I saw the most beautiful thing, and right away I said, well, maybe I'll just use that one right there. But give me a moment, I'm going to flip through here. Okay, instead of going for the obvious, these are beautiful, I got out my Forget-Me-Not, a Floral Treasury, Sentiments of and Plant Lore from the Language of Flowers. And in the Language of Flowers, this was a very Victorian thing at the time. You would send somebody some flowers or a bouquet, and each flower had its own meaning. And I looked up azalea, and azalea in this book, in Victorian times, meant temperance. So I wrote that down over here, and then I went online and I looked up some other meanings the flowers may have, and they are passion and friendship, being homesick or longing for home. And I just happened to find, oh, did I lose it now? On here it said, okay, where'd it go? I should have marked it. Happiness of coming home. So I thought that would fit well into there. Just checking the camera, make sure it's on. I'm going to put a little brown on there. And I might put a little drop of glue. I'm trying to sort through my glues over here because my glue stick ran out and I was looking for a new one. And I have, I think, 3 of these open, which is not good, not good, not good. Oh, I gotta use them up, use them up, use them up. You know, sometimes I'm just not paying attention. Now, where do I want to put this? Where do I want to put this? Maybe I'll put it right there. I didn't even think about that, where I was going to put it. Okay, happiness of coming home. You know what? I want it to touch. Bringing it down. Of course, that's going to mess all over the page, but that's okay. We can work with it. This is the glue. You can kind of rub it off. And I was thinking maybe one little tiny butterfly to balance out the page. Oh, where's my butterflies? Okay, I may just tone this down a little bit. Make it look a little bit more like a Tim Holtz, I guess. This is from the Dollar Tree collection that I wish I had bought more of. Because if you don't like the bright colors, you can always just de-stress. So that fits in a little better. I'll put it down here. I was thinking about adding one more. I'm not sure. But I'm going to put this one down here. And, oh, come on, kitty. She tried to jump up. She fell down. What's the matter? Oh, there's my clock. White-breasted nuthatch clock. They make such a funny sound. I think I'm going to leave it like this. Got this whole diagonal thing going on here. And I'm going to leave it like that, but I'm going to wipe off some of this glue from the other side of the butterfly. Put it on a little crooked because we don't want to do straight. I think I'll go ahead and do one more page here. And this is just going to be a simple page about listening to the tree frogs singing while we're sitting on the front porch. I have this old nature card about the gray tree frog, and I think I'm going to cut around some of this background so you can see more of this paper underneath. A little info here. Gray tree frogs can also be brown, green, or white, depending in part on their surroundings. Gray tree frogs spend most of their time up in the trees, but they can also be found on porches, barns, and like most frogs, they mate and lay their eggs in the water. They have a bird-like chirping, which changes with the temperature. Their chirping is slower when it's cold and faster when it's warm. So listen to their chirping. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this guy. Do I want big scissors? Do I want little scissors? This is a card. It's going to be a little bit harder to cut. Boy, this guy is really camouflaged in the pond water here. I don't want to cut him up here. Is that his chin? Yeah. I think that's part of the frog. They have this little air sac on their chin that inflates when they make the noise, so that's probably what's going on right there. And I don't have a picture of it. All I have is that sound recording, so I am just going to journal about listening to them sing. It sounded like one day they were like, one was singing in one tree and then another frog over in another tree answered him. I got that part off. Oh, I can use that title right there. Well, maybe I need to cut this down to size so I can see how I'm going to fit the frog on. I'm going to go ahead and cut this part off too. Where's his leg? Where's his leg? I think there's one leg there, one leg there. This is just a rock over here. Man, I uploaded yesterday's video and I didn't realize it was so long because I was just sitting here chatting away and I went over my Thrifty Thursday and then I did some journaling and talked about my crayons and I don't know, I think that video came out a little long. I need that part. But let's see. What can I do here? What can I do? I wonder if I can cut this and have him peeking out. Or I guess I could have made a slot. A slot may have been better idea. But that's okay. Little rosebud here. Been working out in the garden. I have so much garden journaling I'd like to do. And then I have regular journaling that I just haven't gotten to. Let's see. Cut around this. So that kind of sticks up over the frog. Put his butt under the flower there, but have his little front foot stick out. Something like that. Okay, I guess, well, there's two ways I can do this. I could just go ahead and cut this all the way across. Be done with that, right? And put this down. And then figure out where to put the frog. Oh, I made a big mess on the floor. So this is the top piece. And again, this, ooh, that's not supposed to be there. This is very thin paper. I'm going to use the glue stick, but I still might put some tacky glue around the corners. It's a little foggy this morning. Cool in the house. I got my sweater on. But, whoops, duh. Rain coming tonight or tomorrow or something. But then clearing for Memorial Day. I spent most of the last 2 days outside. Which is a healthy thing to do. Not too bad. Been very crooked putting on my pages lately, even cutting them. Let's squeeze the extra glue out, I guess. Go down this way. So Mr. Possum was waiting for a cloudy, drizzly day to wash the house. So I'm sitting in here relaxing because I feel like I've done a lot of work in the last couple of days. And he has too. Boy, he's been mulching all around and everything. And today he's out there washing the house. We bought the house, it was yellow. I mean, it still is yellow, hasn't changed color. And Mr. Possum claims that the algae grows very quickly on yellow, more than any other color. I don't know if that's true. Is that something I can look up? But I think he looks cute peeking out of these little flowers. I might put him right about there. Now, to mark my spot, I am going to draw a line around his bottom, like that. And that's where he goes. He'll be going right there. Now this is the back of that plasticky recycled paper. I might use the heavier glue on that. I do have to trim this a little bit. I saw a pickerel frog in the yard and I did not have my phone with me, so I don't have a picture of it. I have to hit the cough button every once in a while. Allergies. It rains tonight, should wash some of the pollen out of the air. They're little tiny things, but they sing very loudly. And this has got to go. Now this should fit exactly on there, right? Like that. And then I'm going to do a journaling card and put a title. I have a lot of just journaling to do. I always have a list and I never get to all of it. Some people are really good at their daily journaling, which I'm not very good at, but I didn't put any tacky glue on that, did I? Sometimes it comes up at the corners. Oh, let's go put a little tacky glue on that corner. Trim this off, and then I'm going to put a title and a journaling card. There's Mr. Gray Tree Frog peeking out of the flowers. Okay, there was a, let's see, I don't need that blue there. Can I cut this out? Can I cut this out? Okay, you don't need to watch me do this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this out and put some distressing on it. I got a little piece of pink paper left here. I could use this. It's sitting on the desk, so it can get used. I don't want to cover up these flowers, so maybe I'll put the title here and put my journaling at the top. His little toe is still sticking up, so I'm going to put the sign under part of his little toe. Gray Tree Frog. I put on some pink. I'll put it right there. Pink and brown. This turned out to be a little bit of a shabby chic here. A little bit of a shabby chic nature page. Okay, now I want to make a small journaling card up here. Oh, and in that Tim Holtz pack that I use on this side, Oh Sweet Song. Perfect. I might put that on somewhere. So I'm going to go cut this down. I'm Mr. Possum's right outside the window with the power washer, cleaning off the porch. I put Old Sweet Song, May 21st, 2022, here at Soggy Bottom, sitting on the front porch, listening to the gray tree frogs sing. Got my frog, got my title, and I'm thinking of adding a butterfly just to finish off the page. What do you think? What do you think? Brown it up a little bit. I don't de-stress everything, but the brown just seems to go with the pink on these pages. I don't know how well it's going to stick to that. Maybe over here by the name. Here I feel like it's too close to that one. Okay, we'll put it over here. And, oh, he's making a lot of noise out there. And I think that is it for today's nature journaling, just journaling with Possum Patty. Two really pretty pink and brown, sort of shabby chic, wild azaleas and gray tree frogs singing. So I want to wish everyone happy junk journaling. Bye-bye.